Now with that, I would like to invite our first panel this morning. And our panel is going to be focused on where reentry is now, what the challenges are, and we're going to start with just an overview of what the facts are. And these are the issues that the panel is going to address. So very quickly, let me give you a snapshot of where we are. We're trying to solve a problem here. In order to do that, we have to make sure that we have the facts. In reentry in California, the total number of prisoners, as you heard, is about 165,000, and that number is going up. In terms of the number of prisoners returning to the community, if you look at 1980, you had 11,758 prisoners returning each year. 2005, 113,000. Parolees and recidivism. The current recidivism rate, 70%. Number of parole violations each year, 115,000. About 75% of these are what they call technical violations, going back for drug use, not reporting to a parole officer. The percentage of parole violators in 1978 was 8%, in 2004, 80%. Paroles and reentry in San Francisco. We have 1,555 regular parolees who live in San Francisco at any given time. We have 458 who are returned to custody, 446 parolees at large there were warrants out for them, and 125 pending parole violations. And you get a sense of this is what a snapshot of one day looks like. The other thing that's very interesting is when you look at the communities where the parolees live, and we'll see this in a minute, they all live in a small number of communities. And that's the Tenderloin, South of Market, Bayview Hunters Point, Western Addition, Mission, and Sunnydale. For example, 1/3 of the 1,500 parolees live in either Bayview Hunters Point or Potrero Hill. And this should not be surprising. Actually, if you look at the Mission, for example, and the Department of Corrections actually has it plotted out where the parolees live. You'll see that they pretty much live on in a 2-block radius. Why is that? Because those are the only places most parolees can afford to live. Challenges and barriers. Unemployment, 70-80%. Substance abuse, 85%. Illiteracy, 50%. Homelessness, 10%. Lack of survival skills, 60-90%. Severe mental illness, 15%. And these are also the same for California. Our services panel, which will occur this afternoon, will address these issues. In terms of gender, we have 89% men. In San Francisco, it's 92% men. For California, it's 11% female. In San Francisco, it's 8% female. In terms of race and ethnicity, 32% are white or Caucasian, 25% are black, 38% are Latino, and 5% are other. Demographic information, the median age is 36. Offenses, crimes against the person, that's like assault, battery, 26%. Property crimes, 30%. Drugs, 31%. Now think about that, 31%, a third of the people who are in prison are there for drug offenses, and 13% other. So this gives us a starting place to begin our discussion today, and we have just a superb panel that's going to be discussing where we are and where we need to go in terms of reentry. So I'm now going to ask the panelists to please take the stage.